It's July 7th, 2011, and a really warm, sunny afternoon here on Salt Spring Island. And what I'm standing in front of is a Heteromeles arbuetifolia. And looks like it's got a lot of flower buds on it this year. This is one great plant to attract the butterflies and the moths. They like it too. Anyway, early this morning, I came out into my garden. It was probably about 6:45 a.m. or sorry, 5:45 a.m. And I heard some rustling of gravel and sort of loud footsteps up in my upper garden. So I started to proceed through my lower garden towards the upper garden, and I thought there was actually some person in there, so I sort of yelled out to them in no response. So as I got closer, I noticed two big legs, and I looked through the bush and I thought, geez, it's too big to be a deer. And I got a little bit closer, and there was a draft horse, a Belgian draft horse, in our upper garden underneath our kiwis, probably getting ready to eat our kiwi vines. So I shooed it away, and it went bolting down the road. Closest neighbor came out. He had a rope in his hand. I guess he wanted to try to lasso the thing or something, but I found out it was one of the neighbors. There's a big farm down the road from us here. It's I guess about 160 acres or 200 acres, and they got a few of them, and the draft horses got out, and one of them made its way into our upper garden, and thank God I got out there just in time, because if I didn't, it would have probably made a real mess. I talked to the owner today in the coffee shop, and I said, you know, one of your horses was in our garden, and he says, yeah, they would have eaten everything up, but I'm going to go have a look around right now. I don't think it did eat anything. It took off pretty quick when it saw me, but it was pretty freaky seeing this draft horse in our garden. I'm used to seeing deer, but nothing so big, especially standing under the kiwis where it was easy reach for them to eat all the leaves off. So it doesn't look like it was through the lower garden, and I'm sure if it came through here too, it would have caused a lot of destruction, because draft horses are big. It did actually knock over my neighbor's fence, so he's going to have to repair that, but the neighbor was good enough to ask me if it did damage anything. I'm sure he would have replaced anything if it did get damaged, but I think so far so good. So I'll grab the camera and I'll show you where the draft horse was. There's the Heteromeles arbuetifolia that I first started talking about, and there's the flower buds. Here, it's nice white flowers on it. I grew this one from seed about 20 years ago. So the draft horse was up here, just standing beside where I keep my tikis. Now, if it rubbed against that tiki hut, it probably would have just knocked it right down easily. Yeah, there's actually still hoof prints down in here. I don't see anything eaten. He bolted out of here real fast. Anyway, the female kiwis are just coming into bloom now. Female kiwis there. And the male kiwis are blooming right there. Look at all the male kiwis. Aren't those spectacular? Look at all the flowers. So those ones don't produce fruit. The males only pollinate the females. And these vines are massive. By the way, those kids you hear screaming are in my wife's daycare. She has a licensed daycare here, so she's got lots of kids every day. So this is where the fruit is produced, on these female flowers when they open up. And they're over a month late this year, so a lot of flowers as usual, and there'll be a lot of fruit, and hopefully we get a long enough growing season for them to ripen. Yeah, I'm really happy it didn't trash anything, man. It's a relief. See the vines there? They're huge. They're engulfing everything.